On this episode of Alabama Backroads, we explore Dale County. I'm down here at one of the county lines. Houston County is on the other side of that river. We're standing in Dale County just outside of Clayhatchie, Alabama. More to come on that, but let's dive into Dale County. All right, so we'll start with the obvious. Obviously traded in the square body for the daily driver. Kids had to get to school, all those good things. Still ripping Square Body Syndicate, not affiliated, but hey, shout out if you want to support a guy. But Dale County, why start with Dale County for this series? Simple answer is my home county. It's a county that I is near and dear to me. So I wanted to bring y'all Dale County from my perspective, in a sense. So Dale County was founded or formed in 1824 by an Alabama legislative act named after General Samuel Dale. Obviously, its roots, like so many southern counties and communities, are in farming, huge agricultural presence in the area, and that continues today. Clearly not to the level that it was in the 1800s, but still a large agricultural presence. Two things that really started molding and shaping Dale County as its individual county is the railroad systems that brought more trade access, more trade routes and things like that to different communities and different areas for industrial purposes and all of those kind of things, led to Ozark becoming the current and longest standing county seat. Obviously, Dale County Courthouse and all those things located in Ozark, Alabama. But without a doubt, the thing that Dale County is most known for, most famous for, however you want to look at that, would be Fort Rucker. So back in the early 40s, federal government bought up some land and established what was known then as Camp Rucker. I think it was in 1955 or so. It was established as a permanent military base known as Fort Rucker, and is now currently and shortly thereafter become what we like to refer to as the home of Army aviation. I've got multiple good friends of mine that are Army aviators or retired Army aviators, and from talking to them, if you're an aviator within the Army, you will be stationed at Fort Rucker at some point through your training, if not multiple times throughout your training or through your career, to come back as an instructor and those kind of things. Personal story on that side of things, and I think this relates well to a lot of lineage and things here in the Dale County area. The reason that I'm here today is because of Fort Rucker. My uncle was a Army aviator stationed at Fort Rucker, and my mom was down visiting my uncle. Met the man that later became my father, and her husband and all those kind of things. So a lot of ties that Fort Rucker has brought families here, both on a temporary status and also a permanent status, where families and lineages are established in this area and within the county and surrounding counties, simply because of that military base. Obviously, it went through a couple different names over the last few presidential administrations. We're back at Fort Rucker now. It was Fort Novasil for a period of time, but it is currently Fort Rucker, the home of Army aviation. Surrounding Fort Rucker, you have some small towns. You have Ozark on the northern half. On the northern side, you have Daleville kind of on the southern side. Daleville's known as the gateway to Fort Rucker. Another town here in Dale County, Alabama, that we'll get to in some later episodes. You have Newton I'm trying to think in my mind on that. I think it'd kind of be the eastern side entrance there, and obviously others as well. Dale County is full of of a lot of small community, the Ayrton community, the Clayhatchie community, the Midland City, the Pinkards, the Newtons, all of those kind of areas that make up Dale County and make it a special place. Dale County encompasses about 561 square miles down here in southeast Alabama. A beautiful river system that runs through the county in the Chalkahatchee River. Current population of Dale County sits at about 50,000 residents, somewhere in that neighborhood, about 50,000 residents. Medium house home price in Dale County is in the $130,000 to $150,000 range. A special thing about Dale County for the Wiregrass area specifically is it has maintained some affordability and more affordability than some of the other counties because of location, in my opinion. Not quite as centered towards Dothan for most of the county, so a little bit more rural, a little bit more less metropolis for what this area is. So home prices obviously have not, throughout the county as a whole, have not risen to the level of some of the other surrounding counties. Land prices and things like that all can kind of be more affordable within certain sections of the county. Geographically, Dale County is more of a rolling topography in areas. It's certainly not mountainous. We're down here in the bottom corner of Alabama, so we're not really within the mountainous ranges, but rolling topography, a lot of pine plantation, sandy, loomy soils, a lot of red clay. As I said before, farming is still a large part of the economy within Dale County. Poultry farming has grown substantially over the last few years in the county and surrounding counties due to the expansions that have taken place within the city of Dothan at the poultry plants and things like that. Obviously, like so much of the Bible Belt, Christianity is a large part of the area. A lot of churches in these communities, multiple churches in these communities. Controversial opinion again for me. I think too many churches within our communities. I feel like we would be better off, and the church would be better off if we joined together more than unfortunately what we have over the history of the last couple hundred years of churches on every corner. That's just another personal opinion of mine. But the long and short of it is, I was a blessed kid to be born into Dale County. I'm a blessed adult to live in Dale County, to get to experience these towns and communities. I'm going to continue to bring them to you. We're going to dive deeper into Dale County as we move forward here on Alabama Backroads. We're going to dive deeper into these communities and these small towns that make Dale County what it is. Y'all be tuned to hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in learning more about Dale County, especially if you're interested in living in Dale County or considering a move to Dale County, hit that subscribe button. If I can help you in any way, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Alabama. That is my full-time career. You can always give me a call at 334-406-9982. Also, drop it in the comments if there's a community or a town or a business, a restaurant, or anything like that you would like to see highlighted and promoted about Dale County. Y'all stay safe and God bless you.